Ah, the father, he's a false prophet.
Brother Jacobs, I know you can be very passionate, but please, we must allow this man an opportunity to reform himself. Mr. Jacobs, if I may regale you with a story, I believe I may have some insight unto you, as I was very much like you, I believe. You see, for a period of time, I lived with a number of people, a number of women and children, people who I tried to keep safe. And I had a family member, I had a sister who I kept very dear to myself. Someone who I loved and adored very much. And this man came to us one day. This man claiming to have valor and claiming to have righteousness on his side. He rode into my encampment. He spoke to my people. People I had protected. I had done what was necessary for them to live, for them to survive. I'm sure you can agree. Sometimes things must be done. Things that may be immoral. Things that may not be righteous. Things you may have to do to people who do not concern you, to keep the people who do concern you healthy, to keep them fed, to keep them safe and warm in their beds at night. And this man claimed he could handle things better. And on one such excursion, in which we were attacked by a woman who at the time we did not realize was only trying to protect her children. A woman who came at me with a knife, who I had to, unfortunately, put down like a rabid dog that she was behaving as. And this man, he saw the children who would only pose a threat to me in my encampment in the future. Children who could not fend for themselves, who could not keep themselves safe, who would need our food and supplies to continue to live and exist. And should we let them go into the world by themselves, they would surely die. They would surely become like these pervasive beings who wander now, endlessly hungry, endlessly trying to turn others to their ways. And they would only become a hindrance in the future for me and my people. And so I took my gun, and I rose my gun to the head of these children, and I prepared to execute them. The only thing that I thought would keep my people safe for the future, that would keep them, well, to whatever God they could return to. And this man, he attacks me. He pushes me out a window. I become gravely injured, and I was not there to protect my people. And a pack of these creatures, a pack of these sinners, they come onto my encampment with their ravenous hunger, and they rip through it as if my people were nothing more than livestock. And I lost a number of people that day, Mr. Jacobs. And unfortunately, I don't know where my beloved sister has gone. I don't even know if she's alive out here anymore. And the only thing that drove me forward, Mr. Jacobs, was my obsession with revenge against this man. Until I found the Maker. Until I found these brothers and sisters who gave me something more to live for. Who gave me a family I could appreciate. A family I could keep safe again. Who I could protect and love and be loved by. Praise the Maker for giving me this gift in my time of absolute need. And desperation. Oh, and I had nothing left to hold on to. And Mr. Jacobs, I'm sure you can understand. My brother Jacob, my brother Sterling here, he can be very, very loving of the Maker as well, in his own right. And although I'm more accepting of people's choices, when you come to us, when all we've done is be polite and try to explain our ways, and you take our ways and throw them back in our face and call our beloved father a false prophet, for whatever reason you may have, that it may be upsetting. Do you understand now, Mr. Jacobs, a little better why I follow the way of the Maker?
You follow the ways of your Maker because you people have nothing else to cling on to. But if you had a real reason, maybe select people,
Can't
put
even
them
think
near
about
gods.
anything. Don't even know. You have no idea. You walk in sin.
I walk in sin.
The past has taught us a number of things, Mr. Jacobs. There have been governments, there have been tribes, there have been all sorts of people even like I used to be. And inevitably, they become corrupt. I, myself, became a sinner. I was willing to murder children for no other reason that they would not benefit me and my people. Can you say with absolute certainty that you and your people in the future would not turn to the same methods if put under the same pressures and needs?
No, they won't turn to rash methods because they have something to live for. We have each other. We don't need a god.
Saying that we, with my brothers and my sisters, don't have each other? Who are you to judge us?
I love my brothers and sisters like the flesh and blood of my own body.
You make it sound like they're replaceable. That they Maker.
Replaceable? Who said anything about replaceable? You are putting false words in our mouths. I do not like it. Tell me, if you're so special, where are your people? Where are your families that you speak of, the loved ones that care so much about you, and yet they are not even here? There is no one here for you. Not the Maker, not your friends. You are alone.
I've been alone, but I think that the more I'm around you people, the more alone I feel.
Well, Mr. Jacobs, despite being alone, despite coming to us, we've done nothing to harm you. Rather, we've tried to help you. We've tried to save you. We've tried to teach you of a new way, of another way. We've tried to welcome you into our flock, into our family, by giving you this knowledge and giving you this opportunity. And I fail to see how we've done any wrong to anyone.
I've heard what you people do. It's not pretty. What I've heard,
You
what I've
heard.
seen.
Do not know us, you have never met us before. What you hear is hearsay. It is not the words of the Maker. It's the words of the liars.
Of the sinners and the charlatans.
So you're telling me that the people that don't believe in your Maker, they decide to walk away, and then we find them, my people, and try and help them after you've beaten them to a pulp? That's not
You beat someone, Brother Kyle.
I've beaten no one, brother, not since I've come to the glorious way of the
Not
Maker.
Why would we have to do that? We have the Maker on our side. You beat yourself up by not being with the Maker. I do not need to lay a hand on you. You do it to yourself. Every day you do not live in the Maker's light. You do it to yourself. I have a feeling that you are not going to listen. You're not going to hear always. You are free to go. You are talking like we are going to stab you with our pointy swords. As soon as it sounds, there's no proving anything by doing that. You would just cry. You would just scream in agony. No,
Now, brother,
there will be none of that today. You are not worth it.
it is not for us to say. It is for the Maker to decide who has transgressed too far. For all we know, this man, this Mr. Jacobs, may one day come into the ways of the Maker. And Mr. Jacobs, I pray for you. I pray that one day you will see and feel the light and the warmth and the love of the Maker. And that one day I may call you a brother as well.
Yeah.
That is what I do to you, Mr. Jacobs. I
Fucking
pray
10 out of
for
10
you.
RP you too.
Here, take this stranger and guide him. Perhaps not today, perhaps not tomorrow, but let him see the error in his ways.
Should invite
Guide
him
him.
inside the church for a prayer.
And I truly, truly pray.
Pray.
Well, so you say that I'm all alone, and you say that I don't believe in your Maker, when in reality my people are always around me. They may be here or there, they may
Oh, here we go.
be spirit, but I'll never break to some sort of religious fanatics.
Fanatics, you call us.
Oh,
Welcome.
why, hello there,
Come on.
weary travelers. I seem to have a misunderstanding. I was under the impression that we were merely answering questions to you and merely giving you information. I was not under the impression that we were forcing you in any way to do anything. And we repeatedly told you if you did not wish to hear our words, you were free to go.
Come on.
Alright, I don't want no issue.
Go to the altar.
Oh, the altar. Wonderful.
Yes, brother, how dare we speak to a man in a civil way with no weapons drawn? Clearly, we deserve to have weapons pointed at us.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, right quick. Before you give your little speech, I'm gonna need you to walk up straight to the wall, right? And if you wiggle, I will shoot your leg. Okay, there's a situation going on, and I don't know if you guys are part of it.
Are you speaking to me or Brother
It's gonna be
Sterling?
bad for you.
We are in
Talking about
here.
Okay.
Brother Sterling. and
Come on,
your
Brother
guy,
Sterling.
please walk up there and face the wall.
Unfortunately, it's as I thought, brother. Please listen to them.
Listen, if you don't resist, then nothing bad will happen.
You see, brother, this is what I was talking to their friend Jacobs about. I tried to explain to him how I used to be, how I was a sinner, how I would have done exactly as these men did before. And he told me, and he assured me, that these men, that his friends, that he himself, was nothing like how I used to be. Clearly, actions speak louder than words.
And here they are, handcuffing us and pointing guns.
Listen,
Threatening
there
to
is
shoot
no
my
greater
leg.
sinner than I.
How How can you assert that there is a God, and then assert that there is no specific God? How do you know that all gods you deem false aren't necessarily God themselves? Just with a different title.
Cyanide, or what's going on?
Clearly he's having some sort of seizure. I'm sure he'll be fine after I get him medical attention.
Lay him on his side, make sure that he doesn't bite his tongue.
Let this fella go.
Alright, we're gonna let him walk.
I tried to tell you, Jacobs. You and me, we have many things familiar with one another, I feel.
Here. Alright. Take this as a gesture.
I'll still pray for you, Jacobs. I'll pray that you do not become any more of a sinner than you've already become.
We'll make sure your friend is delivered to you safely. We're just gonna check him out, make sure that he's okay, and then we'll leave him.
Alright, I don't know why you take pride in sin and vice, but I pray for you as well.
No pride.
Whether you believe in my God or not, I still
You know
pray
what?
for you.